Emma Klein stands before the grandeur of Mannheim's Baroque palace at sunrise, clutching a mysterious parchment that holds the key to the city's hidden past. The scene captures the dawn of an adventure where history and mystery intertwine. In the heart of southwestern Germany, where the Rhine and Neckar rivers meet, lies the city of Mannheim, a bustling hub of innovation, history, and mystery. Known for its distinctive grid layout, called Die Quadratstadt, or the City of Squares, Mannheim's modern exterior belied a deep and ancient past. Beneath its carefully arranged streets lay a labyrinth of forgotten secrets, whispers of a legacy that few dared to unearth. Emma Klein, an archaeologist with a penchant for uncovering the impossible, had spent years chasing legends. Yet nothing had prepared her for the call that brought her to Mannheim, a discovery that would intertwine her fate with the city's enigmatic past and launch her into a mystery shrouded in danger, wonder, and revelation. A whisper from the past. The city square bustled with life as Emma Klein stood on the steps of the Mannheim Palace, its Baroque facade gleaming in the early morning sun. She clutched a weathered parchment in her hands, the edges brittle and yellowed with age. Emma had unearthed the document from the archives of Heidelberg University, where she had been studying obscure references to the shadow legacy of Mannheim, a term used sparingly in historical texts but always accompanied by an air of foreboding. Her mentor, Professor Lucas Stern, was at her side, his eyes glued to the parchment. "This is remarkable," he murmured, his voice tinged with awe. "A map, hidden within cryptic symbols. But look here, Emma, this isn't just a guide to Mannheim's past. It's a warning." Emma tilted the parchment to catch the light, revealing faded Gothic script framing the edges. "Beware those who seek the treasure beneath the squares. To awaken it is to awaken its keeper." Asterisk. Warnings never stopped anyone worth remembering, Emma said with a smirk. "If this map is real, it could lead us to one of the greatest archaeological finds of the century." Their conversation was interrupted as a tremor rippled through the ground. Emma stumbled, nearly losing her grip on the parchment. The sound of stone grinding against stone seemed to echo from deep below the palace. Professor Stern's face went pale. "The city isn't supposed to have fault lines." "No," Emma whispered, her heart racing. "It's coming from underground." Deep beneath Mannheim, Emma and Professor Stern confront a massive stone door inscribed with glowing, ancient symbols. The puzzle unfolds. The next days were a blur of research and frantic speculation. Emma and Stern pored over the parchment in the university lab, deciphering its symbols with the help of texts from Mannheim's archives. The map revealed something astonishing: a series of tunnels stretching beneath the city, connecting key landmarks. "This isn't just a map," Stern realized, tracing the lines with his finger. "It's a guide to a hidden network, possibly dating back to Roman or even pre-Roman times." As they delved deeper into their studies, faint glowing lines began to emerge on the parchment, forming patterns that shifted under their gaze. Emma was the first to notice the phenomenon. "It's responding to something," she said. "But how? This paper is centuries old." The glowing path seemed to lead toward a central point, a hidden chamber beneath Mannheim. The parchment bore a final inscription near its edge: "Only the worthy may proceed. The unworthy shall perish." Asterisk. Despite the ominous message, Emma was resolute. "We have to follow it. Whatever's down there, it's been waiting for us to find it." Descent into darkness. Armed with the map, Emma and Stern secured permission to explore Mannheim's underground network. The entrance was hidden beneath an old, derelict chapel on the outskirts of the city. With headlamps and ropes in hand, they descended into the depths, leaving the noise of the city behind. The tunnels were colder than Emma had expected, the air thick with the smell of earth and decay. Every step echoed ominously, the sound magnified by the stone walls. "This isn't just a tunnel," Stern said, stopping to inspect the walls. "The carvings suggest it's ceremonial. This place wasn't just used for passage, it was sacred." Intricate symbols lined the walls, some familiar from the map, others entirely alien. The deeper they ventured, the more the carvings seemed to tell a story of a civilization that had harnessed the power of the earth, only to lose control of it. They soon reached a massive stone door, its surface covered in glowing symbols. Emma traced the lines with her fingers, feeling the energy thrumming beneath her touch. "This is it," she said. "The entrance to the chamber. The guardian awakens." The door groaned as it slid open, revealing a vast chamber bathed in an ethereal blue light. The room was unlike anything Emma had ever seen: walls of smooth, polished stone that seemed to hum with energy, and a circular dais at the center, adorned with an array of strange mechanisms. Atop the dais stood a figure. It was humanoid in shape but clearly not human. Its form flickered as though it were caught between dimensions, its eyes glowing with a piercing light. "I am the Guardian," it said, its voice reverberating through the chamber. "You have trespassed upon sacred ground." Emma stepped forward, her voice steady despite the fear coursing through her veins. "We're here to uncover the truth. What are you guarding?" The Guardian extended its hand, revealing a puzzle of interlocking pieces. "Only the worthy may proceed," it intoned. "Prove your mind and spirit are aligned. Solve this puzzle, and the secrets of Mannheim will be revealed." In an ancient chamber bathed in eerie light, Emma deciphers the Guardian's puzzle, unlocking secrets of Mannheim's past. Trials of the mind. The puzzle was unlike anything Emma had ever encountered. Each piece seemed to shift and change in her hands, the symbols on their surface glowing faintly. It wasn't just a test of logic, it was a test of intuition and perception. Hours passed as Emma worked, her mind racing to make sense of the shifting patterns. Professor Stern offered guidance where he could, but even he admitted the challenge was beyond his expertise. "This isn't just a puzzle," Stern said. "It's a barrier. It's designed to keep out anyone who doesn't belong." Finally, Emma's instincts led her to a breakthrough. The puzzle wasn't about fitting pieces together, it was about aligning them to match the glowing symbols on the map. As the final piece clicked into place, the Guardian stepped aside, revealing a second door. "Enter," it said, "and face what lies beyond." The legacy of Mannheim. Beyond the door lay a chamber filled with wonders. Ancient artifacts lined the walls, scrolls, tools, and statues from civilizations long forgotten. At the center of the room stood a pedestal holding a book, its cover adorned with the same glowing symbols that had guided Emma here. Emma approached the book with reverence, her hands trembling as she opened it. The pages were filled with diagrams, writings, and illustrations that told the story of Mannheim's hidden legacy, a device capable of channeling the Earth's energy to create unimaginable power. "This is incredible," she whispered. "If this is real, it could change everything we know about history and science." But as she turned the pages, a warning caught her eye: those who seek this power must bear its burden. To awaken it is to awaken its keeper. Asterisk. The chamber began to tremble, and the Guardian reappeared, its glowing eyes now a fiery red. "You have taken the knowledge," it said, its voice booming. "But knowledge comes with a price." As the chamber collapses, Emma and Stern race against time, the tunnels closing in behind them with every desperate step. Escape from the depths. Emma and Stern barely had time to react as the chamber began to collapse around them. The ground shook violently, and chunks of stone fell from the ceiling. The tunnels they had traversed seemed to shift and close, as if the city itself was trying to trap them. "Run!" Stern shouted, grabbing Emma's arm. Together, they sprinted through the crumbling passageways, guided only by the faint glow of Emma's headlamp. The Guardian's voice echoed behind them, growing fainter with each step. Just as they reached the surface, a final tremor sent them sprawling onto the cobblestones of Mannheim's streets. They lay there, panting and covered in dust, the book still clutched tightly in Emma's hands. "We made it," she said, her voice trembling. "But at what cost?" Stern replied, his eyes filled with unease. "The Watchers." In the weeks that followed, Emma and Stern worked tirelessly to decipher the book's secrets. They uncovered fragments of a story that spanned centuries, a secret order tasked with protecting Mannheim's greatest treasure, and a warning that its power must never fall into the wrong hands. But their work did not go unnoticed. Strange figures began to appear in the shadows, watching their every move. Emma knew that the secrets they had uncovered would not remain hidden for long. "The mysteries of Mannheim aren't over," she said one night, staring out the window of her study. "They're just beginning." In a quiet study filled with relics, Emma and Stern examined the glowing book, piecing together Mannheim's hidden legacy.